Now, listen, you guys, one thing about the Barbz is they will buy the behind out of Nicki Minaj music, okay? Because tell me why now Pink Friday 2 is the leading album. And we're also going to be talking about this entire situation with 21 Savage performing in Poland and the cold reception, as well as DJ Khaled and Rihanna. Lottery ticket is out there talking about going on tour. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello tea lovers and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's team. So first of all, let us talk about this entire situation with Pink Friday 2. Now, it is actually being reported that Pink Friday 2 by Nicki Minaj is currently the highest charting album by a female artist on US iTunes. Currently it's actually now sitting at number 3 on US iTunes, and meanwhile Bongo 2 is sitting at number 6. Okay, and let's just remind ourselves that Pink Friday 2 came out last year, and Bongo 2's album actually came out last week. Okay, so just to give you a little perspective of what we mean when we say that, well, there are levels to this issue. This is exactly what we'll be talking about. When it comes to the hip hop chart on iTunes, Pink Friday 2 is sitting at number 1. Bongo 2's album is sitting at number 2. Okay. So yeah, congratulations to Nicki Minaj and the Barbz for that. Okay. I did see some people saying that, oh well, Nicki is blocking Bongo 2. Oh my god, she is blocking Bongo 2. It's not fair and things like that. And I'm just like, it would have been a different story if Nicki probably had released a new album, during Bongo 2's own release, but that's not the case. Like, how is it Nicki Minaj's fault that, well, close to half a year after the release of the album, it's actually more than half a year after she released Pink Friday 2, her fans are still willing to buy her music? How is it a fault? Okay, so yeah, let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about that. Bongo 2 fans are livid about this, all right? And some of them were usually, we're pulling out this entire card, of course, independent, oh my god, black artist. And some of them even came up with the narrative that, well, Nicki Minaj is not, a black woman. And I was like, I understand coming up with all these excuses like the album is not selling because the economy is hard, blah blah blah, despite the album actually being sold currently for $4.99. Yes, it's getting sold for less than $5. So despite all those other excuses, you still decide to go further and say that, well, now Nicki Minaj is no longer black. And these are the same women that will say the transformer is allowed to say ninja. So the jokes really write themselves, if we're going to be honest. But anyway, let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we are going to talk about, we're going to talk about 21 Savage. It seems like he had a little reality check when he was performing in Poland, okay? Because it seems like the crowd did not know any of his lyrics. They were literally doing the mute challenge, like it was a Renaissance tour, okay? What a way to get a reality check. He even tried pointing the microphone to the crowd and there was no response, literally. No response at all. Okay, the crowd, yeah, they didn't know anything about about his lyrics. So yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, do you think that 21 is an international star, or at some point these people really need to accept that, you know what, we are stars where we come from, we are stars in certain countries, but in certain countries they don't know anything about us. Okay, the next thing that we are going to talk about, we're going to talk about lottery ticket. It seems like she's out there saying that she's also going to be going on tour for her upcoming album. The one where she talks about Ish and stuff like that, that album. She's saying that she's going to be going on tour for that album. Now, my question is, if you are struggling to sell an album, what's to say people are going to buy tickets for your show? Do you get what I'm saying? Because I would assume that, well, an album that most likely is going to be less than $4 or less than $5, that would be cheaper for your fans if they exist to actually buy. So if they cannot spare $4 or $3.99 to buy your album, what makes you believe that they are going to come out for your show? and your tour. And also, what happened to people opening up for bigger artists, you guys? Because I feel like this entire thing of trying to carry an entire tour by yourself, it's kind of, in my own opinion, I feel like they're kind of rushing this, in my own opinion. But if she's gonna book smaller venues, I mean, that would make sense. I hope she does not become over ambitious and starts booking arenas and stuff like that. If she's doing it, in her actual capacity, that would make sense. The way that JT did it. But if she tries to prove points and tries to book all these arenas, it's gonna be bad news for her. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. And the next thing that we are going to talk about, you guys, we're going to be talking about DJ Khaled. It seems like he is working on another album, and he's out there basically asking the fans to reach out to Rihanna to convince her to be on his new album. He said, and I'll quote, "I just sent her a record that I want her to get on. I need y'all to help me get the message to her." And of course, people are receiving this with mixed feelings. There are some people who are not happy with him being silent with the happenings of the world, with what was happening in other parts of the world. I will not exactly mention the names of the countries and exactly what's going down there, because that YouTube is crazy, but I hope you know that I'm talking about the WA, or that's what I'm talking about. But I can't exactly mention it because YouTube sometimes can be crazy, you guys. The moment you say pal, it's insane. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so it seems like some fans are not happy with that. People are not happy with that, and people are like, we're not going to be supporting you and things like that. And people are like, we don't want Rihanna's comeback to be associated with your album. We want her own music. We don't want her comeback to be your music and you just shouting on the track like that. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, would you be here for a DJ Khaled and Rihanna collaboration? Personally, I would say that I loved Wild Thoughts. I don't think that it was a bad song. I thought it was a very beautiful song. I guess it's also because the song from which the beat was sampled from, I love it. It's my jam. My sister used to listen to that growing up. Maria, Maria. Okay, I can't sing to save the world, but like, I loved Wild Thoughts a lot. And so if it's something of that vibe, I think I would love it. I would love to listen to it. Okay. The next thing that we are going to talk about, we are going to be talking about Toni and Blac Chyna. And at this point, I'm just like, Tokyo, is it your sole purpose in this world to embarrass this child? Okay, because after all the flirtations that she was out there doing with the men, that Connie men, the game, it seems like Tokyo was not here for Blac Chyna, seemingly saying that, well, she's not here for the disrespect. She went off on Blac Chyna talking about, if you wear pants, you're not gonna go to heaven. If you she said, if you wear makeup, you're not going to go to heaven. If you don't give to charity 3 or 4 times a week, you're not going to heaven. Stop with this entire godly woman thing. And you could tell that, well, she was basically attacking Angela's new journey that she's on, where she's finding herself in Christianity and stuff like that. And I found that really weird. I was like, oh my God, how can you do that to your own child? Like, honestly, I can't even imagine how that would make me feel if my own mother were to come here on the internet and do the things that your Tokyo Toni does to this child, Blac Chyna. So let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, Armon Wiggins. It seems like, well, the bloggers are fighting once again. And at this point, I'm sorry, but Armon is beginning to look corny and lost. Okay, the man really does sound lost at this point because he's dragging it in as far as his issue with Millie is concerned. To me, it looks like he's now looking for a reason to fall out with Milagro now that he has made peace with the Transformer, because he went on a space and you could, in one breath, he would say that, oh my God, I didn't listen to, what she had to say. People are just telling me. And then in another breath, he's out there disrespecting Millie, coming for Millie. And Milagro was like, listen, I'm not beefing with you. I'm not mad at you for making up with the Transformer. If that's what you want, that is your life. And you could tell that he kept trying to emphasize that, I fell out with her because she didn't want me making up with Milagro. Anyway, this is what Milagro said verbatim. She said, lastly, Armon making peace with Cardi would never make me feel away. It literally has nothing to do with me. I've never asked about that girl or brought it up, literally. All this looks like Amon is having to find a reason to fall out with me because they made peace. He called the transformer before our sit down. They ended up on the phone after our spaces. Things said in the sit down upset people. So the only concern has ever come from that end. Now the end. And then Amon was like, girl, this was after you went on station head saying I looked crazy and bringing weirdos up. You know who I'm talking about. Having them up there and drag me. Stop that. You know I F with you, but went straight on socials. First, don't do that. Okay? And then he also said, now, girl, to have to find a reason to fall out with you is insane. Why are you not acknowledging that you went and cultivated a station head where people were able to drag me and you agreed I looked crazy for speaking with her before even calling me to get all the details? Stop gaslighting. And at this point, Amon is spiraling. I don't know if it's the entire folk soul thing that has him in the zone, but like it's not looking good for him. And it's the delusion and denial that he is in. Like right now, people are trying to tell him, listen, you coming at Ken Babi, continuously like this is only making you look crazy because obviously Ken Babi and the Transformer are laughing at you behind, your back. They are, looking at you like a clown, and he's still in denial. He still believes that it's only Ken Babi who has an issue with him. It's not the Transformer. And from the last time that Ken Babi actually spoke on a space, he was like, listen, the relationship that Amon had, with the transformer, that's ashes, basically meaning that it could never be mended. And I feel like this is the part where he does not understand. There are certain things that once you do, especially if they knew each other personally and privately, there are things that you just don't do and think that you're gonna come back and make up with me. It's not everybody who has a forgiving heart. Okay. It's not everybody who's out there like Nicki Minaj, like you do a diss track against me and I'm laughing, a couple of years later, I'm forgiving you. It's not everyone who's like that. And the Transformer is a very, a person, I don't want to say vile, but like she did say it in one of her songs that, well, she will hold a grudge and a beef forever. She said that herself. So for Armon to think that, it's going to be the same is insane to me. And unless he's getting paid in this entire situation, it's probably time for him to let it go because he's looking crazy. And each time people are trying to tell him, it's like, oh no, it's not that. Oh, they don't have to. Somebody is telling you this girl does not like you. It's like, oh well, it doesn't matter whether she likes me or not, but it's peace. Oh my God. It's beginning to be pathetic. But you know what? Let me just insert snippets of the space and what he had to say, and you guys hear for yourself the delusion that Amon has and the absurdity in him trying to just fall out with Milagro just for the Transformer when the Transformer is not even checking for him like that. And he wants to make this entire Milagro fall out. He wants to drag it just so it may catch the Transformer's attention, and you'll be given a treat or a cookie to say, oh, here you are, lip dog, thank you for falling out with somebody who was out there having a back and forth with me. I feel like that's why he's also amplifying his situation with Millie. He wants to make sure that the Transformer sees it, and then you'll get some loyalty points from the Transformer. But that being said, you guys, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. We are on the road to 15,000 subscribers, so be sure to join the family. Until my next one, see you.
When you feel like I should react to her, so let her think that she cleared it, but she know that she left a lot of things out. Once I get clarity from the source, so you gave her this information, and if I feel like the source gave her this information, then I will fill in the holes for you.
So Armand, you ain't reached out to the source, or have you reached out and the source
No, because I
ignoring you?
honestly didn't care, and I
Oh,
got too much going. I
okay.
honestly got too much going on from every angle. So even if I got the clarity that I needed to move forward right now, it's too, my back is against the wall with too many different conversations, and so it would get lost in the shuffle because I got the Foxhole, I got the Tasha K's, I got the crooked bitch. So it just looks like Armon is just having a bad week and he's just crashing out. So
Tasha
you know what I'm
K.
saying? So I needed to be in a space where big, and I got Milagro. She throwing shots. Everybody is
Milagro.
throwing their shots because they feel like the
What?
bitch out.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Wait,
minute.
run that back. Pause. What
Didn't
the
you
hell
just
you
do an
mean
interview with this
Girl
bitch?
can't listen. And so listen, apparently, and this is why I haven't, and mind you, and another reason why I didn't completely crash out, I didn't listen to Crossface. I didn't listen to anything she said. I'm just getting secondhand information because I don't want to get. I was on my way to a booking that day, and I was like, girl, I just do not want to get mustered up. I never listened to any Milagro station heads, so I don't know. But they saying that she was throwing shots and feeling some type of way. I don't know.
She throwing shots. That's how I
Many
know
people
I got
said
a
that,
trigger.
but they were saying about friendships. You can say anything that you want to say, but again, you could have also called me first. You didn't do that. You took to your platform to say that, so that's weird. Because any real
Absolutely.
big, if you feel like something is weird, you're gonna bring it to the source first. That's what I'm doing before I react. I just told you. Before I react, I'm gonna go to the source first and call them. Because if we had a real relationship, I'm not gonna get on here and let up here and drag you and insinuate shit is weird, this, that, and the third. Well, if you feel away, you can call me and say, hey Stink, what's up? I'm a little uneasy with that. Give me an opportunity to explain myself and you digest it how you want to. And then you take that where you may. But you didn't give me any opportunity. You went to your platform and aired whatever grievance you felt like you had in your opinion. So it was more content for you. So honestly, I don't give a fuck how you feel because I'm just content to you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right, Armon. You're right about that.
it's supposed to go to? But that's what a lot of people do on this internet. They rather go on here, anywhere, any other social media platform to try
Give
to get
strangers
some
a
people to
show.
to get an audience. Like, baby, it's not that serious. If you for me for real, then you coming on my line. Now, if it have to go there, then that's when we could press play and we could go further than that.
I like your accent. I'm
Yeah, that's
sorry. I like
all
your
I would
accent.
say.
Me I'm too, sorry, y'all. I'm from New Orleans, so I guess
Oh, I
that's
know.
how
I
we
love
get
it.
that.
I
Cause
love
they be
it.
getting me mad. They
Hold
be
on,
getting me mad because our mind don't even be doing like what everybody making it seem like he doing.
It was handled. And plus, I got the top of the foxhole. Like that's a public fucking embarrassment type shit. Everybody now they seen that. So imagine hundreds of YouTube videos, thousands of comments. So be bow, bow, bow. But then that's your public persona. People don't even know really what happened with that. But the perception is I did a roast and I fumbled a $250,000 bag, not even knowing the whole
Wait
logistics
a
of
minute.
everything. So I'm dealing with that. And now because everybody is on my head, now all these weird bitches want to come out and get their little side kicks in and get their motherfucking elbow in
That's
on a bitch
sidekicks.
and go ahead and kick me too. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you bitches. Y'all think I'm in a lose-lose situation just at this moment because if I come out swinging, it's gonna look like Armand needs to break from the internet.
But Amar, you will go back and forth with Tasha
Damn.
K. But little Kim Barbie can't get whacked.
Did you hear what you just said? Wait, hold on. Did you hear what you just said? Say that one more time, just like you said it.
I said little Kim Barbie.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
cleared.
Exactly. So that's why that's not getting loaded up on my no, that's down the list of my priorities at this time.
Yes, you're moving up, not down. But
That's not that big on my priority list right now. Does that make sense?
yes, that does make
Okay.
sense.
I'm arguing
Okay.
and defending myself about a fight.
Hey, you ain't.
Okay.
Well, could you add Rambo up? He been asking me to add it up, child.
So I'm not
Mm-mm.
worried about that.
Okay.
When
Yeah.
the smoke clears and I get a little time to poot around, then I can poot around over down there. But right now
Okay.
I'm not in that to fry.
Is that why you got a bigger net?
That's a fact. But speaking of bigger fish to fry, we got a
Shout
feature
out to the
coming out July
queen.
19th.
Bitch.
Yeah, Cardi. Rob 49,
So
Cardi on that money, dropping July 19th. I got to do my promo rounds up in this bitch.
I don't give a famous or how much money you are. Bitch. You can't tell me I ain't no motherfucking main character. So I don't give a. But the point is, it's about respect. It's
That part.
respect. But y'all were
Can I
y'all were
say
missing the whole
Armand
point.
something?
Can I say something, Armand? We talk so much about how the LGBTs are fucking
Yep.
handbags and pet dogs to these celebrities. You
Accessories.
think we gave a fuck, like a sidekick, a purse, a hair clip? No, it has nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? We're you're not going to be we're not going to be disrespected at all. I
No,
don't give a
that
fuck
I
how
get.
big
Like
you are.
I told the folks on my
So it
spaces
has
that
nothing to do with her being Cardi's motherfucking poot.